Welcome. This short video will show you how to install XAMPP for Windows. I've already downloaded the file, as you can see the installer's there, and so all I have to do now is run this. So I just double click on the file. I'm going to, it gives me a warning just to say the fact that this is an unknown publisher. We have used this system over and over again and we know it's trustworthy. If you do have problems, obviously don't blame us. Just do go back to the actual writers of the software. Click on yes to accept the little error. I'm just going to minimize the file explorer out of the way. You have two languages you can install in, German or English, and this is just going to give you a different interface. So I'm just going to use the English one. Click OK. Now this error is just because of some of the restrictions from Windows 7, so I just need to click on OK for this one. And here we go. This is the main installation page. Click on next and it'll give you a list of options you want to install, and we're just going to install everything. It's a lot easier to do so. XAMPP has a start menu and a desktop icon. The server has various bits and pieces there ready. Program languages, we have Perl and PHP, and there are some tools. So we just click on next. We accept the default installation location as C:\XAMPP. Let's click on install and it runs. As you can see, it's going through, there's lots of files being extracted and installed on your computer. These are all for the various parts of the system. Because XAMPP comes with Apache, MySQL, PHP, Perl, and some other bits and pieces in this one package, it does make it a very good testing environment. Now, this still take a few minutes, so I'm just going to let this carry on. Okay, just about there. Just running a couple of scripts to finish off the installation. And there we go, it's finished. So I click on the finish button and we will start the XAMPP control panel right now. Now this is going to be the latest version of the control panel, so it will look slightly different from older ones. But there you can see we're all ready, and we have Apache MySQL, we have FileZilla, which is a files FTP server, Mercury, which is used for mail, and Tomcat, which is used for Java-based applications. And that's it. We are now ready to roll. The only thing we've got to do is configure, so this is where this control panel comes in really useful. Now to do so, we want to click on config, and we're going to edit the HTTP configuration. Now, the reason we're going to do this is because Microsoft had a tendency to use port 80 for all sorts of bits and pieces other than allow for a web server. They usually use it for things like web pages for manuals or other bits and pieces. So the best thing is just click on HTTP config. We're going to edit this, and we scroll down, or even better if we go edit, find, and we search for server. Just click on server, server, server. In fact, probably even better is port, because I know it's going to be what we need. Okay, and I can click on that. So there we go. So we scroll down and we see listen 80. What we're going to do is listen actually on port 81. Now I'm going to just comment the old one out, because it means then it's there if I need to change it back. Going to listen on port 81, and that's going to be the default listening port for this. The other possibilities for this is for secure, but we're not going to worry about that. But we do have to come down to where it says server name localhost, and we're going to do a copy of this as well. So I'm going to just comment that out, and I'm going to make this port 81 at this point as well. Just need to double check there's nowhere else with port 80. Don't worry about what's all the other bits and pieces inside here, it's not important. What's important is the fact we just changed the port to what we need, and that looks like it. So we can close and save the changes, and if we click on start now with Apache, There we go, it tells us port 81 is running. Yes, we want to allow access because we're actually running a web server. That's why it's giving us that error. Now at this point, we can click on the admin button and it will run a web browser and it will automatically fire up or attempt to fire up the local host. Now because it doesn't know about port 81, we have to change that to say :81 and press enter, and now we get the XAMPP control panel settings. Click on English and there we go, that shows and proves that the actual web server is running correctly. And that's it, XAMPP is up and running. All done. Thank you.